Hello there everybody, this is Gerald Snivy and welcome back to more of the Beetle Adventure Racing playthrough. Today we're going to be heading on off to the advanced circuit of the championship mode. So let's go ahead and do this. Once again, we have the same sort of configuration for cars when it comes to balance, top speed, and handling. For this one, I think I'm going to go with top speed. And for color, I'm going to choose something different. I like this color. I'm going to go with this. And let's begin now.
Welcome to Country Code.
Okay, so once again we're going to be racing the same tracks in the same order. However, when we reach Inferno Isle and complete that race rather, then that'll be when we get access to the next track. And the next track is also going to be a fairly difficult one. Oh, by the way, if you want to know something new about the advanced circuit and other circuits beyond, each time you advance to a higher difficulty circuit, then that simply means not only does the computer player racers get harder to beat, but the requirements for getting a continue also increase. So during the Novice Circuit, we could get a minimum of 50 bonus points and still earn a continue. However, for Advanced Circuit, we will have to earn 55 points, which is easier said than done. Sure, it doesn't sound like much, it doesn't sound like that much more, in actuality it isn't, but still, it's still quite a steep number. Whee! Time to go for the Aztec Rivers and miss that bonus box like a freaking goober. As you're racing through each and every single one of these tracks again and again, you will begin to memorize each and every turn and shortcut. Sometimes you can discover shortcuts by pure accident and on your own free time. Hell, time trial is actually a really good idea to get a feel of each of these tracks, just so you know what to expect and where to turn, when to take a shortcut, and what shortcut to take. Because some shortcuts, dang it, some shortcuts are not really good shortcuts at all. In fact, they kind of suck, and they don't really cut through the track very well. Alright, time for the second lap. And right now it's been a pretty dead heat. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like there's rubber banding in this game. Much like how Mario Kart also has rubber banding with its AI racers, especially in Mario Kart 64. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Whee! Get out of my way, please. By the way, I haven't really explained the controls very much, if at all. In this game, to accelerate, you push and hold the A button, instead of something like Cruis'n USA when you hold the Z button to accelerate. But anyways, hold the A button to accelerate, and to hit the regular brakes, just push and hold the B button, and to hit the handbrake, push C down. To hit the abandon button and reset your car, just simply hit the L button. As for the R button, what does that do? I'm not entirely sure. Oh wait, now I remember. It's used for manual transmission. Hit the R button to shift up a single gear, and to shift down you hit the Z button. And I completely missed that shortcut again because of darkness. As for C up, you can change the perspective of which the camera is. So right now we're in the first person view, and I don't think I like this view very much. So let's just go back to the regular view. That will be good. Fun fact worth noting is that grass and other things like that don't seem to slow you down. They don't allow you to accelerate faster, but they don't slow you down either, so that's nice. So, bounce all around if you want. Hit the grass or stay on the road. It's entirely up to you. It's always a tradition to hit that freaking phone booth with each and every playthrough of Beetle Adventure Racing ever. Hit the phone booth at least once. It's even more fun just simply crashing into it and watching your car shatter like glass. Sure, it costs you some time, but still, it's fun. Because you hear the dial tone beep like beep, beep, beep. We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please hang up and try again. Or something along those lines. Either way, that's just the way it is. I want to see if I can show off this other shortcut, which I keep missing. Not on this circuit specifically, but more or less on the last circuit. There we go. Finally made it through. Whee! It's a mine shaft. And there we go. Sweet shortcut. And finding each and every shortcut in each of these courses is so much fun. It's so freaking satisfying because you see things that you normally don't see. Like, oh, I don't know, a minecart shaft or something else. Oh, and by the way, if you want to use the horn, push C right. Push and hold C right to blast your horn. As for C left, that allows you to view your mirror, or more or less look behind you. Whew, alright, a brand new record. Gotta love that too, especially with the new cars and everything.
You gotta continue.
Sweet, thank you. And for once again, you do have to place within the top 3 overall within the circuits in order to advance to the next one. Otherwise, the game will be over and, well, you will have to redo the entire circuit all over again. Unless you have a continue, in which case you can just simply restart the race. The previous race that you were doing. Like, say, for example, I would get stuck in 8th place and would be unable to advance. Then I would have a chance to use a continue and retry this race specifically. If I wanted to. If I wanted to do that. By the way, you can restart the race if you want to by pushing pause and selecting restart. Upon hitting restart though, and selecting yes to accept the restart, you will use up your continues. So, I highly recommend that you don't use your continues that way. Whoa! Nice. Well, that was unexpected. That was for sure. By the way, now that we have the next set of cars for the advanced circuit, it'll be a lot easier to make that jump over the snowbank. So that's nice. Although, it would be nicer if we can get back in this race soon. Whee! By the way, I don't think you can mess up other racers so much. I mean, you can hit them, sure, but they won't really go anywhere unless you happen to hit them into, like, a hazard, like water, lava, etc. I don't think you can flip them over. I don't think you can, but that's just a pure guess. I can't say for sure. Get out of my way, please. By the way, I don't think there's any way that you can glitch through the wall that tells you to go in a certain direction. In other words, just complete the race early, like within the first lap. I don't think it's possible to do that. There may be a speedrun out there that proves me wrong. Also, what the F? What the F was that? Physics! You make no sense sometimes, especially in this game. Trying to take a shortcut, but can't quite make it. Because physics decides to screw me over. Gotta love that. I guess that's a side effect of having these arcade-style controls. It's that sometimes the physics engine can be a bit wonky. Also, that was sweet. Let's see what's up here. And it's a lot of nothing. Oh dear, I have quite a freaking trek to make up for the next lap. And the final one too. Oh boy, oh boy. Fun times are definitely among us, that is for sure. Speaking of fun times, this is going to be recorded on the week just before the holidays occur, I think. I know it's going to be happening before Christmas, but as for other holidays such as Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, I'm not so sure. It might be taking place on the week of Hanukkah, now that I think about it. Though, again, not too sure if that's the case. Man, what is up with these cars? They are really trying to fight me for 6th and 8th and all that. Not fun. Get out of my way. Out of my way. I am the best around. What are you always doing? Although I'm technically driving a purple car, so in this case I'm Waluigi. And that was probably the worst impersonation of Waluigi ever. Wah! Anything up here? Whee! Well, there's a shortcut. Too bad I didn't quite make it. I think I have to hit it at the right speed and at the right angle. That's another thing too about these racers during the advanced circuit onward. Oh man, they are going to give you one hell of a time trying to recover and stay within the lead, within the top position. So hitting nitro boxes can be very beneficial, but at the same time, you kind of have to decide among yourselves what is the best time to use the nitro boxes and when. Just keep in mind, most of them you can only use within 2 laps of each other. By the way, I am not going to be attempting that jump again. Not in this race. And that is due to the fact that I'm so far behind that I really need to get my butt moving. If I can be within the top 3, that would be fantastic. Just gotta be sure not to screw anything up anymore for the rest of the race, which is easier said than done. Excuse me. Second place, almost up to the top again. Just a little bit more will be great. By the way, another thing worth noting too is that the AI cars themselves are just going to be the standard first class of cars that you get. However, their stats are going to reflect the stats of the current set of cars that are available for that particular circuit and what was unlocked for that circuit. So in other words, it would be having the stats of the car I'm driving now, and as well as the other cars that are built for handling and balance. I'm just saying, that's the way it works. Okay. Final turn. And victory! Alright! And I set a new record too. Kind of a new record. Like 34 seconds sooner, but still very, very nice. 26 bonus points. No new continue, unfortunately, but whatever, who cares? Let's go ahead and continue on to Inferno Isle.
Welcome to Inferno Isle. Get ready.
Let's do this.
1, go!
One other thing worth noting too is that shoot. Oh yeah, when you're accelerating from the start line, it becomes easier to maintain control, and also you're able to get to your top speed faster with each and every single tier, with the exception of the cars in the novice tier. I'm just saying. Here's another little fun fact for you. You can go through torches. I was thinking you can knock them down and all that, but apparently not. Yeah, apparently not. Hey, still in last. Let's see, what's down here? Shortcut! Sweet! Let's go! Well, that definitely helped. Helped me get up a couple of positions. Honestly, I never even thought about taking that shortcut before. But, whatever. Who cares? I took the shortcut, and it felt good. Oh dear. Losing control, losing control. What? God, it's like dying in a freaking kiddie pool. It wasn't even in the water. What? Just what? Video game logic. Gotta love that. Am I right? Oh, just one of them what the F moments. Okay, come on, let's go. Back in control, please. Thank you. What's over here besides death? Well, kind of an easier path, but not really. It's honestly better just to stick to the main path rather than fall into the lava like me. Okay. First thing I'm going to talk about off my small little list of topics is that recently I had to study for my healthcare information technology exam from CompTIA, and I'm happy to report that I have taken this exam and I passed it. Granted, I passed it barely, but I did it nonetheless. I passed it, and I am now officially CompTIA HIT certified, and that was a shortcut. What the F? The F was I thinking? Okay, as I was saying, now I'm HIT certified. I can now work on computers within the healthcare world, such as hospitals and doctors' offices and places like those. And because I've successfully passed my exam, I can now get ready to start job hunting in the career field that I want to get into. So that is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun searching for the job that I'm looking for. And my throat is starting to freaking hurt a lot, as I'm freaking hurting in position. Dang it. Man, I should have brought something to drink. What was I thinking? Why didn't I bring anything to drink? Well, I didn't really mean to do that, but whatever. It works. It works somehow. Am I right? Ugh. Man, I have not been able to get out of these low positions. I've been practically stuck forever. Let's see if I can make this jump properly now without screwing up like an idiot and fall into a kiddie pool and then end up falling into an endless abyss. Thank you for not falling into an endless abyss. Still, that was just really freaky and really weird. And I fall into just... It's like splashing water onto the car and it just melts like the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. Seriously, what the hell? Well, the car didn't really melt, it just fell through the floor. Just fell right through the floor. Why did I break out in song? I have no clue. As I said earlier, having long races allows you the opportunity to get back into the race and hopefully make it within the top 3. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now, though it's easier said than done. Especially for a track like this that's full of twists and turns. And also some crazy BS fiascos. Especially driving on the beach and then falling into an endless abyss full of water. Seriously, like, what's up with that? Out of my way, you jerk. See if I can make this jump properly. Whee! Finally, I made it over the bridge. Thank God I didn't have to resort to abandoning the ship. Or abandoning the car. Whatever, who cares? It's a car. It goes broom broom. And it goes super fast. Excuse me. Here's another little fun fact for you. For some reason in Beetle Adventure Racing, there's no other traffic besides AI opponents, and there's no police either. So no law enforcement to worry about either. So that's nice. We don't need to worry about running away from cops. That is reserved more so for Need for Speed. Like Need for Speed High Stakes and Most Wanted. Games like that. Come on. It's a go, please. If I can just stay in the top 3, I'll be happy. I just wonder, if I happen to get within the top 3 overall, what does that mean for me? Do I have to replay the circuit? That is the question, and honestly, I'm hoping that I don't have to find out. Although these players are definitely not going to make things easy. That is for sure. I'm going to chance it over here again. One more time. For the road. Let's not fall into a kiddie pool of death. Please. One other thing I will note is that if you want to know when I'm going to start job hunting, I'm going to be beginning in January. Hopefully in January, because January is where when I'm going to be meeting up with my career counselor down at the career center, and at that point that'll be when we are going to start looking for jobs, as soon as I can see through this darkness. Come on, let's go. Thank you. So hopefully within the first month or two of 2017, I'll finally have a new job in the career field that I really want to get into. And that is building and repairing computers. And being a computer repair technician. Nice hit. Another benefit for the fact that this is a arcade style racer is that you don't need to worry so much about vehicle damage. Sure, vehicles can still shatter like glass, but really that's the... Whoa! Okay. Almost fell into the lava. And second place. Barely took second place though. Whew, that was close. Let's see how I'm doing overall. 28 to 22. That's not bad. Although I still think I need to win the next race in order to win overall though. So long as I stay in the top 3, then I'll be able to advance. And the next circuit or next place to go is Sunset Sands, an Egyptian-styled course. So that is nice. We are now in Egypt, everybody. Welcome to Egypt, where we are running around, or driving around in the desert at the speed of sound. And that's a wall. That's a wall of sand. I thought I could drive up there. Oh my god, I'm such a freaking goober. Although I can drive up this. Whee! Too bad I missed the bonus point box. And really, that's a one-shot only box that you can get. Whoa! There I go. Nice flying. Nice. Not only did I get into a bad spot, I couldn't even make the first jump. Which sucks. Oh well, I'm sure I can get back in this, no problem. I know I can do this. I mean, I did get back into second place during the last race. Ow. I'm sure I'll be able to make it back as soon as possible. By the way, one other thing I haven't noted yet is you may be wondering, how did I come to the decision of choosing to Let's Play this game? And the decision honestly was chance. I honestly couldn't choose what game to do next. I really had a hard time deciding, and I decided to say screw it, come up with a list of ideas of games that I want to do a playthrough of, and put them into like a list. So I then took that list and put it into like a random name choosing generator as I crashed into a wall of death. And I then used that list to choose like the top 3 games, or more or less choose the game that I'm going to play. This game, along with 2 others, actually tied for the number of times they were chosen by the random name generator. So, there's that. So what I decided to do, after I found out about the 3-way tie, I decided to do a tiebreaker of choosing the top 3 games that were tied with one another, and I then decided to choose what names got the most votes through the random name generator chooser thing, and bada bing, bada boom. This game came out on top. And also, it also decided what order the top 3 games are going to be doing as well. Oh yeah, that was sweet. Nice 5-point bonus. So all in all, I chose the random name generator to choose my next 3 Let's Plays, which are all going to be done in sequence of each other and in order. If you want to know what the next 2 Let's Plays are going to be, I'm going to leave that as a surprise. Hooray for surprises. Surprises are fun. Oh man, I missed the shortcut again. Dang it. Oh well. Take that, you jerk. That's what you get for not using the handbrake properly. One thing I really love about what is this course again? Arid Sands, or is it Desert Sands? Something like that. It's something to do with sand. It's sandy. Okay, back to what I was saying. One thing I really like about this course is that the roads themselves are wide and you're able to make plenty of wide open turns. So this is a really good course for top speed oriented vehicles. Another thing I really like about this place is the music is very fitting for this place. Also, let's go through here again. Hopefully I won't crash and burn. Thank you. So it sucks that I missed the nitro box, but can't be helped. What can you do? Alright, back in the lead. Just the way I like it. One other thing I haven't noted yet is that in the options menu, you can change various settings. Though, as for what settings, you can choose audio options, and speech volume, effect volume, sound, whether it be stereo, mono, or headphones. Graphics, you can set the heads-up display to be on or off. And map, this just zooms to your location. Full, displays the entire course, and you can also turn it off as well. In speed, you can change this from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. Though I am going to be sticking with miles per hour just due to the fact that miles per hour just, I'm used to that. I'm used to miles per hour rather than kilometers an hour. Or kilometers per hour, excuse me. Kilometers per hour is used outside of the United States, in places like the United Kingdom. Though I'm not too sure where else it's used, though. It might be used practically everywhere else outside the United States. I also wonder, does Canada use miles per hour, or do they use kilometers per hour? If you're a Canadian viewer, can you confirm this for me? Let me know in the comments section down below. I would love to learn something new today. Okay, time for the final lap. So far, so good. Let's keep up the pace. As soon as I can, whee! Go for the sand. Come on, let's go. Well, that didn't quite work out the way I planned, but, whatever. It's okay. We'll be okay. I should be able to catch up without too much of an issue. Okay, next thing I'm going to be talking about is what games have I been playing lately? And I mentioned this during my update video, but I was playing through Tales of Symphonia for the PC. I picked the game up during Steam's autumn sale, and the price for the game was way too good to pass up. It was only $7 for Pete's sake, when it's normally about $40. So, sweet. Got one hell of a bargain during the autumn sale, that is for sure. Also, how did I fall so far behind? Was it because of that little thing I did? That little stunt I pulled? Not too sure. Also, there was another shortcut. Dang it. Oh well. That's okay. I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, right now we're sitting in third place, but I'm sure we'll be able to get back without a problem. As long as I don't crash and burn like an idiot. So, after playing through Tales of Symphonia, I have got to say, a lot of the issues with the game have been resolved, well, except for one major one that involves just simply exiting the game. And when you exit the game, sometimes you will get the black screen of death. In other words, as soon as you exit, you get a black screen. The game doesn't really exit. So in order to fix the issue, you just have to shut down your computer and restart it. That's how you fix it. And I did find a way to Whoa, okay. Do a barrel roll, why don't you? Oh dear. Nice driving. Okay, as I was trying to say, I did find a way to sort of fix the issue, and in order to fix it, after you're done playing, hit Alt-Tab, and just simply hover over it, over the little game icon, right-click, close window. Fourth place. And I'm in the water again. That is hilarious. I just wonder, is this enough to allow me to continue? Yes. And I'm barely winning. So I definitely gotta win. Or I can just win automatically. Sweet! That was the last race, by the way. So, sweet. I barely won by the skin of my teeth.
Well done. You cleared advance. Now challenge pro.
Indeed I will. Next time, in the next video of Beetle Adventure Racing, we will be taking on the professional circuit. And yeah, I'm done here. This is General Snivy with the Beetle Adventure Racing playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. Next time, the professional circuit, where it will be hard as nails, and it'll be the hardest circuit yet. So, once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time for when we take on the pros.